We moved onto this campus my first year. The first 6 months, actually, or no, it was the first 4 months, we lived in town at the Guru Nanak Nivas at the Golden Temple, and that was our dorms. So we'd get on buses and drive all the way out here, and this campus had like 2 buildings, one little administrative rat shack, we called it, and then the dining facility, and that was all it had. There was not a single blade of grass, not one tree, no border wall, nothing but dirt and brick buildings, and that was it.
Our nickname for the school back in the day, meaning pre like 2002, 2003, when Davis Singh from Florida, the landscaper, donated all that money and all the plants. He actually donated the actual plants. The nickname for the school back then was Mars, because it was like the red planet. There was silt, sand, dirt, and brick.
For the first 6 months of that year, we would transport from Nanak Nivas to the school campus every day, and then we'd come back to Nanak Nivas, and we did PT on the roof, and they brought Sri Narankar back, and they brought Fred Jameson, who we called Commandant, who was also known as Panch Pravan. He was a staff member that year. That was his first year.
We are proud to claim the title of United States Marine.
About mid-year at winter break, we moved on campus right after winter break, I believe, and that was the first year of MPA, so that was 20 years ago.
So my name is Sahaj Singh. I went to school at GNFC and GRD, the precursors to MPA, and I was staff at the time MPA was formed. The Sri Singh Sahib would travel over here, Yogi Bhajan would travel over here, and he would meet with the staff, he would meet with the students, and in many different ways making clear what his expectations were and what his standards were. And he set the course for the school, he set the mission for the school very clearly in how he communicated with all of us.
So throughout the time, especially the first few years, obviously that Yogaji was healthy, Sri Singh Sahib was healthy and still traveling to India when MPA had been established, he was very much in contact with everyone at the school, of course the principal and the leadership of the school and the board and the people that were working directly under him, but he also singled me out several times and kind of gave me these little pieces of his vision and his mission, and said to make sure that this stuff was upheld. And one of those was that he wanted every student to graduate as a trained Kundalini Yoga teacher and certified Kundalini Yoga teacher, as per our community's system that we have in place now with KRI. So that's a level 1 teacher training. At that point, that's all there was. And then also that he wanted them to be trained as ministers of Sikh Dharma. So my first year here, there was very little formal training for Kundalini Yoga already going at the school. So it was a bit of a challenge to try and include that in any large way. But we certainly started meditating every day and doing small things and letting them feel that it was impactful and that it could move them through these challenging times. By the time we moved to the campus that first year, in the second half of the year, a group of them actually approached us and asked if we could run a Kundalini Yoga teacher training course at the school, which myself and Kirpal Singh, who was the principal at that time, got permission from KRI, and that was the first level 1 course. It's gone from 20 years ago. It really was not a cool thing or an inspired or a looked up to thing to practice yoga and to meditate and to learn this stuff at their age. And now it's very much part of the culture of the school and the mood of the school and the feeling of the kids that they are here for that precisely.
Sat Sri Akal. Here we are this morning at the GT. It's wonderful. I'm feeling good. Got the GT right behind me. We're going to do Seva this morning. Of course, I'm acting like I'm a pro at this, but this will be my first time.
Seva at the Golden Temple. My first year was 99 2000, and I was 11 years old, it's a bit blurry, but I don't remember particularly doing 40-day Seva. But I remember it was available every single day, optional. And I loved going. I remember going a lot. You would just ask a senior, they'd wake you up, they'd go. No staff went, it was just taken by a 12th grader. You'd have a senior student who'd take the trip, and they would determine when the bus came back, and it was very loose. And it was an awesome way to start the day. I loved going to the Golden Temple so much. It was one of my favorite things my first year. After that, then my second year, 2000, 2001, and every year after that, there was always a 40-day Seva, and it was really cool to be able to go with the whole school. And that was always a highlight of the year. It's always been, and always will be.
1999 was the Tinsosala year where the Sri Singh Sahib brought the whole yatra to Anand Prasad. So from about December 1st until Vaisakhi, the school was sent out. From December until, I would say, March 1st, we were sent out every week to some program in a village to go do Gatka and Kirtan and all that kind of stuff. And we were doing Seva. Prakarma Seva was kind of normal that time already. And we would do that too. But we'd go out to some village program and do Kirtan, Gatka, promote this event that was coming up in Anand Prasad. By March 1st, they put us on a bus, the whole school, and we were in a different village every day doing something. And so we weren't even at the school campus for the end of the year. We were out doing different Nagar Kirtans, different Gatka stuff, different this and that for pretty much a month until the Yatra came for Baisakhi in April. And then we were the official security for that event. And Sri Singh Sahib assigned us the task of crowd control for that event. And then we were part of the security team to pave the way for the Sri Singh Sahib and the Yatra to go in and present the sword. We were part of all the Nagar Kirtans that happened with Gatka and everything like that. And then after the Yatra, we all went back to the school and finished out the year.
Morning! Morning. Good job. Anand Prasad.
So the year that we spent 3 months in Anand Prasad, 2001, it was probably one of my all-time favorite times at MPA. All-time favorite. It was the most amazing time I ever remember. Every morning we'd get up, we'd run. We'd usually end our run at either Keshgar Gurdwara, go in and bow, or Anandagar Gurdwara, where we'd bow and then run up and down the stairs, and the winning house would get laddus or sweets straight from Jagat's hands. He'd always buy a box every morning. The rule was until the complaining stopped, we'd keep running, which I think is a really good rule. Every afternoon we did yoga. I remember we did Sudarshan Chakra Kriya and Kirtan Kriya and Sat Kriya for 40 days. There was a big push to do 108 Sarabandhandas every day for Gatka. We had a lot of Gatka, a lot of wrestling, a lot of yoga and meditation. Then every afternoon we go to Dashamesh Academy, which is near Gurdwara Tadagar, which is a little further away, and they had all the facilities, so we still got to play basketball, ultimate frisbee, and just hang out in a much nicer place. And then every evening we'd go to Keshgar, the Tucket, and bow, sit for Raras, and then we'd go to Langar. And 3 meals a day, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, were all Langar. Just dal, roti, rice. And I don't remember feeling healthier than I did at that time, and I really got a taste for dal and rice and chai and achar.
So I think there were a number of factors that after the D block, the Ranjit Avenue years, that brought things back in. I think the work of the staff who was here, Jagat Guru was a big, huge part of that. There were a number of other staff members who became much more solid and consistent. We had our own environment where we could control much more here on campus, even though the campus was nowhere near as beautiful and well established as it is now. It was finally being born in the way that he had envisioned it. I mean, the thing that sort of stuck with me is when we were at his house in Delhi and he named the school, and he said, I want the school to be named Miri Academy. and he's gave the motto, the school motto that's a part of the logo of the school. And he said, "This is what I want the school to work on. The love of the ahead is going to be your guiding star."
I have come here, I have seen your program, you have done it from heart. You have bowed your heads to it. And hopefully it will be all successful as we proceed. We are not established yet. I agree with you. We have a lot to learn and a lot to teach to each other. But one thing we are doing, we have made it a home. And please remember, isn't the life that matters, it is the courage you bring to it. And over above, understand the words of Nanak. We are born as spiritual beings to become human. We are not born human to become spiritual. Religion has betrayed us from last 3,000 years. And it has become nothing but a ritual. It is a ritual to fight, ritual to claim, and ritual to insult. Let us rise above as a Khalsa nation. Be pure in our heart and our deeds and our imagination, so we can let the world know there are people of strength who have character, who have spirit, and who really practice the Guru's teaching. I have kept my word against medical advice to visit you as I promised. If I live for the next year, I'll visit again. But my question to you is, am I that important? Or you are the important? My answer to myself is, you are important. Therefore you must pick up your load now and proceed. Rise and spread over the world and spread the word of Nanak so that you can serve and uplift the spirit of humanity. That little girl of mine wrote the poem of the freedom in the essence of my spirit. I am free in the concoction of all that stuff she was talking. But may I tell you, my dear child, Without discipline, even God cannot rotate the earth. It's very essential. And those who discipline their life now shall meet prosperity, success, virtues, values, and strength. We are not a coward nation. Neither we are small. We contain God in our head and Guru in our heart. And that's how we proceed. And that's how I want you to proceed. ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ
They're naughty and sleeping during their classes.